Welcome back to SBRpicks.com. I've got SBR's NFL analyst Joe Gavassi on with us now. And Joe, you've made a list here of 5 teams you believe to be undervalued by Vegas odds makers in the upcoming season. What do you look for when analyzing teams that might be undervalued in the NFL?
This is not unlike the kind of work we did in the college football, where we gave you a larger number of teams that were underrated or overrated. Some of the things we look for are, of course, the personnel moves in the offseason, new coaches that might impact the team positively. We might look for some player changes as well. Also, we look for teams that had a very poor year and look to rebound back off that year. And, of course, we look at end-of-season momentum, either positive or negative, and how that may impact the teams in the future.
All right, and interestingly enough, 3 of the 5 teams that you listed off here are from the NFC South, the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints. Which of these 3 teams do you see surfacing as the most impressive team out of this division, Joe?
Well, there's no question the NFC South has a long way to go. This was the worst division in the NFL last year, of course, with sub-500 records. So it makes sense that they will be among the most improved teams this year. One team that we could look at, Megan, is your Atlanta Falcons. This is a team that was rolling along until 2 years ago. And then the last 2 years, due to a defensive demise that saw them allow 27 points a game and nearly 400 yards a game, they won fewer games in the last 2 years than they did that 3rd year back. So there was due for some change with the Atlanta Falcons, and it came at the top with Smith being fired. Now they got Dan Quinn, the former defensive coordinator of Seattle, and if there's somebody who's going to make a defensive difference, it will be Quinn. They also got Shanahan as OC now to team up with Matty Ice, and of course, they will do a tremendous job maintaining the Falcon F offense on the go side of the ball. So I like the Falcons. They had a horrible year last year. The public's not going to be interested in them. They play a relatively easy schedule. I think this is a good team to look on for some value.
All right, well, I like that pick there, Joe. You've also listed off the Bills and the Jets from the AFC East to finish off your list of 5 underrated teams for the upcoming season. Joe, of all 5 teams, which one do you think will have the biggest impact in the NFL this season?
Well, I'm going to go with the NFC South New Orleans Saints here, because this is a team that's got plenty of potential. This is a team that was injured on the defensive side of the ball last year and looks to make a big rebound with some players back there and some additions in the offseason. With Ryan as the defensive coordinator, they have a great shot to do that. The other area in which the Saints look to bounce back is their former home field dominance. Remember, this is a team who had won at one time after the first 5 games of last year, 19 consecutive home games under head coach Payton, covering 17 of those. They faded down the stretch with a 0-5 straight up an ATS home mark. Clearly something from which the New Orleans Saints will look to bounce back. So I'm looking for more home dominance from the Saints this year, more fireworks from the offense, and improved defense, all of which is going to add up to a rebound by the Saints, a team that has alternated big winning and losing seasons the previous 4 years. Look for that to continue with New Orleans Saints this year as they show great value in the betting line.
All right, guys, keep your eye on the NFC South this season. SBR analyst Joe Gavassi, thanks so much again for joining us. For more of an inside betting edge on the NFL season starting up in just a few short weeks, keep it locked right here with us at Sportsbook Review.